Welcome to another episode of The Latest to Admire. Today, I am so excited to have a conversation with actress, writer, director, and author Laura Kightlinger. Laura wrote for one of my all-time favorite shows, Will and Grace, and occasionally guest starred in it. She also wrote for the show Two Broke Girls and has appeared in shows like Pen 15 and Curb Your Enthusiasm. Thank you so much for being on my show. I'm so excited to talk with you.
Oh, thanks, Maya. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So let's get started. So, Will and Grace is one of my all-time favorite shows. What was your favorite part about working on the show?
I really enjoyed working with the other writers. I liked the camaraderie. They were such good writers. We just, I'd say we clicked pretty fast, and that was really fun. I really enjoyed that.
Oh,
And yeah, in fact, I could send you a photo later. When we're standing around the monitor, I really like the show nights, when we tape.
yeah.
And I have I don't know, I was just sitting down and like kind of squatting down and my shirt came up. So some of the other writers were signing my back like it was, like a concert.
I love that.
Yeah, we had a lot of time on our hands between shots and stuff, but I just, yeah,
Yeah.
really
I
like writing.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I interviewed Eric McCormack a few years ago, and he sent me a couple signed Will and Grace scripts.
Oh, he's a sweetie. Yeah,
Yeah.
he and Sean and and Megan and Deb had such chemistry, I think. They were really great to work with and
Yeah.
really quick on their feet too.
Yeah. I have Will and Grace on all the time. And I quote it constantly. So
Oh, that's so nice. Wow. I haven't even seen it. Um, a lot of times though, I don't watch stuff that I've worked on because I feel like the experience of writing on it is more exciting than watching it back. I
yeah.
don't know sometimes, but yeah.
Yeah. No, I yeah, totally get that. Um, yeah, so who do you most admire and how has that impacted the way you live your life?
Uh, Jane Goodall, and I think I've always kind of just naturally, you know, can I say prefer the company of animals?
Yeah.
Maybe that
Yeah.
doesn't sound very nice. But no, I just love being around animals. And I think she is so amazing because, she devoted her life to studying chimpanzees and she's a conservationist and just she's such an impressive woman. Like she just being out there alone and, in rainforest, just everywhere she's gone to, help animals and further understand, us really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
How
So,
about you?
um, I think definitely my mom.
Hmm.
Yeah, she's definitely my mom and my sister are,
Ah,
yeah, they're my best friends. And so I think I always want to be like them.
that's amazing. I actually, you write, don't you, Maya? You a writer also?
I mean, not for anything, but I like creative writing. So,
Hmm. I wanted to ask you because you have a twin. Do you ever collaborate or do you say, Is this good or do you like this?" or go over things before, you
yeah,
know?
yeah. So yeah, a lot of the times I yeah get her opinion on things, and she's
Hmm.
actually um and going to school for film, and so I we always joke that I when she's making movies, I'm gonna give her a whole list of people that she needs to work with because I want to meet them all, and I'm gonna be at set every day. And
Great. So you could be the director if you wanted,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
she'd
that's
be
awesome.
the director, but
Well,
I'd
yeah.
be
Or
her
you'll
moral
co-direct.
support.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I
I feel like I'm sorry, okay. I was just gonna say that I'm kind of like that. I feel like I'm like that with my husband. If I'm gonna go out and do stand up, and I drive him crazy with it. I'll say, "Is this funny?" And he'll say, "Oh, it doesn't make any sense." That's usually what I get.
usually I find that things that don't make any sense are funny because they don't make sense.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's funny.
usually it's always with my mom that like my sister and I always joke with her that that she really doesn't ever make sense. um, it's that's when I quote that's one of the times that I always quote Will and Grace when my mom says something that she just always makes me and my sister laugh. And um when she says something that doesn't make sense, I will just look at her and try not to laugh when I say it, which usually doesn't work. I just start laughing, but then I say, "Are you having your stroke in installments?"
Wow, that's a good one. Wow.
Yeah, so I mean that was yeah, quoting Will and Grace. I yeah, I
Wow.
just pull those quotes out all the time. So that's one of their lines that I constantly quote.
That's a good one. That sounds like Adam Barr or Tracy Poust. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Um, so if you had to pick any character in a book, movie, or TV show who is most similar to you, who would you choose and why?
Oh, that's a good question. I guess uh I think maybe Jenna Rollins's character in Gloria, because she's all of a sudden she's kind of put in this situation where she's, you know, met somebody who she's kind of just got mixed up with the wrong person, and then she winds up taking care of a kid, and just like kind of the adverse situations of it and being strong through it. And plus, she's my favorite actress, and so I guess that it would be that. Or and this is what my husband calls me is Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh.
Oh.
And I because we were saying too, it's like because I think me and my my relatives, most of them, I call us good news intolerant
Oh.
because if I have good news, my mom will talk me out of it. Well, just keep going. No, 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 that's not. Well, do you know yet? Don't get your hopes up. Okay. No, it's not good news anymore. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Um, yeah, so what has been the biggest obstacle that you've overcome?
Um, well, 3 years ago, I had a brain aneurysm, and I wanted to. Will talk to you about this stuff too because I know. But anyway, later if you want. But
Yeah.
yeah, I it was really it was really difficult because here's what I thought was strange. I had to. They said, well, I was coherent enough to know that something was wrong, and I had to sign a waiver that said if I didn't, make it, that I knew the the I guess the downside of brain surgery, like that might not come out of it okay and whatever. Um, and actually, so I mean that was an obstacle. And then just hearing so many things about it, and really that I'm so lucky that I didn't have to go through a lot of stuff. And I actually was about to ask you if when you had your first surgery, did you have to learn to walk and talk afterward?
Yeah, so well, first of all, I'm so happy that you're okay.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and then yeah, I was so young when I had my first surgery that I don't remember it, but my
Oh,
mom has told me things, so I did have to relearn how to walk and talk
so
and
you're a medical miracle,
breathe.
really?
Yeah, I had to relearn how to pretty much do everything.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And are you in a good place right now?
Yes, I am.
Good.
Yeah.
You look great. You look really pretty, and your hair looks great and everything. I
Oh,
saw
thank
you in
you.
one, and well, I guess with the cap on and everything. So, that was probably post surgery, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Um, Probably, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, well, you look great too.
Thanks.
Yeah, I love
I've
your
got.
outfit.
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I guess that was. I think anxiety is an obstacle sometimes. Do you
Yeah.
ever get like, oh, I'm nervous because I'm about to do this?
Yes, all the time. I have really bad anxiety.
Wow, okay. Because you seem really comfortable on camera, and I saw the Kelly Clarkson thing, and I thought you looked like you were like you'd done it all the time.
Thank you.
Really.
Yeah, it's I don't know, oddly, like I get very anxious when it's just like talking to people in like everyday life, but doing my
Hmm.
interviews, I'm comfortable.
Oh,
So,
that's great.
yeah.
I kind of feel the same way. That just uh, I feel like really I'm more, if I were to be a character, I'm probably more like Boo Radley because I feel weird talking to the neighbors. Like
Yeah.
like I'm usually hiding or well because I'm outside too in my pajamas all the time. So because I don't wake up till late in the day. And so then when I see one of my neighbors, I'm always like kind of hiding behind the flowers of the fence or something.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm like not ready to chat. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, my mom and my sister and I joke that it's like when they're walking somewhere, they're all friendly and like saying hi to people and
Mm.
people they don't know, and I'm the one just like keeping my head down and just like being like, okay, let's get wherever we're going as soon as possible.
Yeah. I'm the same. I'm that way too. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I like interacting with people. It's just, I don't know. I have to
Yeah.
be in the right mood to talk with people.
Exactly. Yeah, I have to be out of my pajamas, have a little bit of makeup on, then I'm ready.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So if you had a warning label, what would yours say?
Don't wake up before 11 a.m. Don't wake me up. Don't call before 11 a.m. Don't talk to me when I'm outside in my pajamas
Yeah.
with the dog.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah. Um, so what motivates you even on days you aren't feeling it?
Uh, really, well, my husband, and also, I have a dog and three cats, and that always just makes me happy just seeing them,
Yeah.
and knowing, I think if, well, I would, hey, Garrett, is Monty around? Oh, I was gonna go bring my dog in, but he stands on me in the morning, so there's no way I'm not gonna get up, you know.
Yeah.
He's a little chihuahua and he like will stand like right on my shoulder in the morning. So then I know that I'm not gonna sleep in or whatever. But then I go back to sleep after I take him out.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have dogs or cats?
That yeah, I have a dog.
Oh, good.
And yeah, she's my favorite thing in the entire world. She is so sweet. And She my family and I got her right before it started radiation. So
Uh-huh.
she, which was 3 years ago, and
Oh, okay.
she could sense something. So she like became very protective of me. And like
Oh,
it can be rough with my mom and my sister, but then she's really gentle with me.
hmm. Oh, that's sweet. You're her
Yeah,
baby. She's taking care of you.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so
that's nice.
she'll sleep with me every night, and then
Hmm.
she likes to come wake me up in the morning and wake my sister up too by jumping on her beds.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good motivation
Yeah.
to get started of the day.
Yeah. And
So,
we can never be mad when, she wakes us up by just like sticking her snout in our face and like licking us. And
oh,
so, yeah.
that sounds great. Is she right there, Maya? Can
No,
I see her? Oh,
she was in here with me earlier, and
oh,
now
okay.
she moved downstairs. So
Okay, you'll have to email me a photo
I will.
so to see what she looks like.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
will. I want
adorable.
to see a picture of your dog too.
Yeah, I feel like, hey, Monty, Gary's Monty around? I can't believe he's not here. He's usually really sitting right here. But anyway, he'll come in. He'll come in.
Yeah.
So,
Um, so do you have any irrational fears?
um, wow, that's a good question. Um, uh, it's funny. What would it's an irrational fear would be something that can't really happen or could happen, but it's really not likely, would you say?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say, I mean, it could be either.
Yeah. Okay, because this friend of mine was dating this guy, and um I think it's because he was just not the cleanest guy. He had a spider lay eggs in his under his skin. I know.
Oh,
I love your face. Like, I
yeah.
know. And he found out because I should have started with that. He had these like welts on his arms, like this big rash was kind of like sticking up. And then he finally went and found to a dermatologist, and they found a spider's eggs. And I guess I don't know if they hatched or not, but
Oh,
my fear would be going out with that guy
oh yeah. I
who's
don't
such a pig.
like
Not a pig, but just such a sloppy guy. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Um yeah, I have too many irrational fears that it's hard to keep track of.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. I most of the time things I'm stressing about my mom and my sister, if I when I talk to them about it, they always tell me, that's not gonna happen, right?
Oh, okay.
And I'm like,
Good.
but it could. And they're like, it's highly unlikely.
Oh, what's one? Give me one.
Um, oh, now I'm completely blanking on all of them, but um, it, I don't know. I'm so sorry. Now I'm blanking on
Oh
all
no, that's
of
okay. Do you think like you have these? Do you watch horror films or crime thrillers or anything?
Yes, I watch I don't like horror movies, but I love thrillers, so I'll watch those.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, crime thrillers I really like. Um, so yeah.
Me too. I watched this movie a few nights ago. I think it was had its subtitles. It was Swedish, I think, and it was about not waking up from your dreams. And that to me is also really scary. That's like
Yeah.
the concept of that. Like, oh, am I awake? Am I not awake? And
Yeah.
and in the dream, this woman keeps finding herself, outside in the woods, but she doesn't know why. and then sometimes she is outside the because she walks in her sleep. So that's kind of like that sort of thing really scary because and that would never happen to me because I'm too lazy to be walking around in the woods. But so I don't think I would ever find myself in the middle of the woods even in a dream. I don't know, maybe, but that sort of thing I really love though. That kind
Yeah.
of thrillery thing.
Yeah, yeah, my favorite are psychological thrillers. I love those.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of amazing. That's exactly what this was. I'm going to have to find the name and send it to you. Because she kept seeing this therapist that said, "Okay, I want you to be awake. I'm going to make sure you're awake during this dream so you can tell me what happens." And then she is awake in the dream and then brings the doctor into the dream. It's pretty amazing.
Oh
But I mean, it's
wow.
scary, but really amazing.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
because she keeps going to this therapist, and yeah, so it is really a psychological thriller too.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, there's this Netflix movie called Hypnotic that
Hmm.
um yeah, so good. It's very creepy.
Hmm.
And yeah, it plays with your mind a lot because it's about somebody who gets hypnotized to like help them with some fears and then
Wow, that sounds good. I'll write
yeah,
that down.
it's so good.
I'll remember that. Hypnotic. Cool.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
And it's recent? Is it a new movie?
Yeah,
New
it
Netflix?
came out in I think it was 2021.
Oh, great. Okay.
So yeah, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's so good. It's very it's creepy, but it's not scary, which I like.
Right. I don't like to see a lot of, I don't need to see too much gore and
Yeah,
blood. I would rather, yeah,
either, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm so sorry. I lost track of where I was in my
Oh, that's okay.
questions. Um So I am pop culture obsessed, and I go in stages of shows that I cannot
Mhm.
stop watching. Is there a show that you are currently obsessed with?
Yes, I love Babylon Berlin.
Oh,
Have you seen it?
I haven't.
Oh, it's really good. It's Berlin in like the late 1920s, early 30s, and it's just so beautifully done. I feel like that, and I love any sort of I like British detective shows.
Oh yeah.
Endeavor, I love, and
Oh,
they've done a bunch of different offshoots of that, and those are great. Those are sort of my thing.
oh cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love yeah, I love yeah, British just really any British show. I love their comedies.
Hmm.
Um, yeah,
Have you seen Toast of London?
I haven't.
Okay, well, I highly recommend it. It's Matt Berry. He was also in What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh yeah.
And it's so damn fun. I really love it. Yeah, Toast of London or something he did, and I think there was one Toast of Hollywood also. But he plays this guy, an actor whose last name is Toast, and he's brilliant. Yeah, Matt Berry is hilarious, and
Yeah.
yeah, I think he's English. I think he's from London, maybe I don't know, but yeah. But I love their comedies too. They're subtle, and the writing's great.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'll have to look that one up. I love the show Miranda.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's so funny. I watched it a few years ago, and for the first time, with my mom and my sister, and we were all crying. We were laughing so hard every single episode.
Okay, I'm gonna check that out, Miranda. Great.
So
You're
funny.
a great source to know to tell me what's going on. Okay, good. I'm gonna check that
Thank
out.
you. Yeah. And then there's another one I recently watched called The Goes Wrong Show.
Hmm.
which is very funny. It's a comedy group, but in the show, they're like a dramatic performing arts group, and each week they put on a play, and everything goes wrong, and it's so funny. That was another one I was crying. I was laughing.
Oh, wow. Actually, that sounds amazing. That's such a good premise too. I like that a
Yeah.
lot.
It's so funny. There's like one episode that is supposed to be set during World War II, but then like when they show the date on the screen, it says it's 1961. Um, it's very funny.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah,
That sounds great.
yeah, it's so funny. Um, so what do you wish people better understood about you?
Huh. Well, that even though I'm not on Instagram or X that much, and I still am desperate for attention.
Hmm.
I don't know. I no, I really don't. I have a podcast with a friend of mine, Daniel Webb, and I feel like we talk about each other so much just because we're kind of learning about each other that I can't think of anything that anybody would want to know
Oh.
because I've already said everything.
Yeah.
I'm an open book. I don't know. So,
Well, I love that.
thanks.
Yeah. Um, so what small things bring you joy on a daily basis?
That's an easy one. Poppy the prairie dog.
Oh.
Do you ever watch that?
I haven't.
Maya, it is so damn sweet. Well, this couple adopted this prairie dog, and whose name is Poppy, and it wakes up and it makes it sound like woo woo. That sounds like an owl, but it really it's the sweetest thing. I would watch it sometimes twice a day. And
Oh.
anything on Reddit with the animal Reddit,
Uh,
they have an animal site on Reddit. I watch that, and those are the kind of small things that really make me happy. Just looking at things like that, and my animals.
oh, I love that.
So,
Yeah, I love that. Um, so what food reminds you most of your childhood?
well, mac and cheese,
Mm.
but well, there's there's something I bet that they don't even that isn't even made anymore. We used to have my mom didn't cook and I don't cook, so we'd always have Gino's pizza rolls. These like little things that look like they look like little egg rolls, but they had like pizza inside.
Oh.
Very, trashy.
Yeah.
White trashy. That's us.
Um,
So,
yeah. Um, so have you ever during your stand up have you ever come up with a joke that like didn't quite land the way you hoped it would?
all the time, all the time.
Mm.
I'll tell you what the recent one was. I was at the Improv, and I actually it went over once, and then it won't go over again. It won't go over now. I'll just try. Like the joke was when female directors win an award, they usually say this is for women everywhere, and I and I don't know if that's immediate or if that really happens. I hope it does. But when you go into a ladies' room and it smells bad and it's dirty, that's a loss for women everywhere.
Mm.
See, not funny, not funny. So that's one example. I should test this out on you, Maya, before I go up on stage and bomb with things. Uh, yeah, well, yeah. Oh, yeah, always. But I mean, and sometimes I think things go over just because I'm excited about it,
Yeah,
because I'm doing something new. And then it never goes over, it never works again after the first try. So,
yeah.
like that one.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'd be happy to be your tester and
Okay, good.
yeah,
Check it out.
yeah.
Hmm.
Who are your comedy inspirations?
Uh, well, I remember actually, and I saw it, and this I saw with my mother way after it came out. Richard Pryor's, I guess it was Richard Pryor Live or Richard Pryor on Sunset Strip, and also Roseanne. I remember I was watching her in college. It was the first time I saw her, and just her material. And Margaret Smith, who's a great writer also, and uh, and Phyllis Diller,
Yeah.
who I was lucky enough to meet. I actually met her. This friend of mine, Henriette Mantel, took me to her Phyllis Diller's birthday party, and she was really funny and amazing. And she had just turned 92, and she came out with a silver platter. She had like a butler, and or just, or I guess kind of her caretaker too, came out with a silver platter of martinis. And I
Oh,
thought I couldn't love her any more than I already did. And now this.
yeah.
You know? Like I was like, whoa, just yeah. So
Oh, I love that.
yeah,
Yeah. Um, of all that you have accomplished so far, is there something you are the most proud of?
yeah. Well, there's a show I wrote with a good friend of mine. It was just his name's Dave Punch. The two of us wrote a show called The Minor Accomplishments of Jackie Woodman, and that was on like 12 years ago now, but it's on Amazon right now. But that meant a lot to me because we weren't filtered at all. We didn't have any notes. We could just do what we wanted. And that's kind of rare because usually you get notes from a network, you get notes from a studio, but it was on IFC, so they were really good about notes. We could pretty much write what we wanted and do what we wanted. So I was really proud of that. And I think a lot of the material still holds up. I was happy about it. And plus, I got to meet the woman who's still a good friend of mine, um, Nicole Tom, who was used to be on The Nanny. She was the little blonde kid on The Nanny. And also, I got to just work with people I really admired, Mary Kay Place and Ray Wise, a lot of like incredible actors. So that was really fun.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, I know, and we're trying to do it again somehow if we can, but even though it's like 12 years later, but um, yeah. Hey, Garrett, can you bring Monty in? I wanted to introduce him to Maya. Okay. Monty's our dog.
Oh, yeah. I love
What if I
that
said,
name.
I know, Maya, what if I said Monty's my second husband? Um, he's my other husband. Nice friend.
Yeah.
I realized I was talking to somebody about that and saying, he doesn't like getting a bath. I said his name was Monty, and I guess that sounds like, human's name. He doesn't like getting a bath, and he doesn't like, I mean, I will, cut his hair. And they're like, well, you're lucky he lets you cut his hair. And I was like, this is a dog I'm talking about, not a person. I'm like, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Your secret second husband.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Oh, here he is.
Oh,
That's my husband. That's my husband, Garrett, and this is Monty.
hi. Oh,
There he is.
oh,
Hey, nice thinking. Oh
oh, he's
God.
so cute.
Isn't he a sweetheart?
Hi, Monty.
Do you see mine? Did you say hello? There he is. And this, yeah, so these paws, I have like little, you
Oh,
know, on my shoulder every morning. So that's pretty
oh.
lucky. That's a good thing.
Yeah. If my dog was up here, I would introduce you to her, but
Oh,
I'll send
okay.
you a picture.
Okay, good, good.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, so I just have one more question for you.
Okay.
I love inspiring and motivational quotes. And this week, the one that spoke to me is by Angelina Jolie. And it says, different is good, so don't fit in, don't sit still, don't ever try to be less than what you are. Is there a quotation
That's a
that
good.
has inspired you lately?
Well, there is what I have on my desk all the time, and I've never done this, but I really like the idea of it.
Yeah,
Oh, Maya,
sorry.
are you still there? Oh no,
Yes,
that's okay.
sorry, I was fixing my camera.
Oh no, no problem. It's a Chinese philosopher, whose his name is Lao Tzu, Laotzu, and he says, by letting go, it all gets done. The world is won by those who let go. But when you try, the world is beyond winning. But I like that because it's like, just let it go and it'll come, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I love that.
Although I feel like I like it. Although I feel like I am always trying. I don't
Mm,
know, something.
yeah,
But yeah.
yeah. I love that one.
Do you meditate?
I don't. I am, yeah,
I don't either.
yeah, so many people have suggested that to me, but
Hmm.
I can't do that. I think I've tried it a couple times just since so many people have suggested it to me.
Hmm.
I I tried to yeah, do like some mindful um things, and I just every time I just get so lost in my head that I
Hmm.
like it wasn't enjoyable for me because my mind would just kind of start spiraling about things. So
Uh-huh. I'm the same. And I feel like I have ADD. Well, I was told I have major ADD. So I can't like sit still and really meditate because I'm not gonna be able to clear my head.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I
Wow.
yeah, I feel like I really can't have silence because I don't know, I don't like silence because then I get in my head and
Right.
yeah, my mom a few years ago was asking me like, do we always have to have noise on? And I was like, yes, because if it's quiet, then I get in my head. If I get in my head, I start spiraling, and that's not a good thing. So
All right.
I need noise.
I do too. I like having music on too because I really that's like a that's really uplifting if you're just kind of
Yeah,
sitting in the quiet and then you put on something that you really like and it's like yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Who do you listen to?
Um,
Do you have a favorite band
yeah,
or do you,
I
or
yeah, I have a whole bunch of people I listen to. I my all-time favorite is Ben Platt.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yeah, he's my very favorite. My family and I always wanted to see him live, and just when he recently came to Denver on tour for his new album, and we went to see him, and I was just crying the whole time.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I knew every word to every song he sang, and
Oh, wow, that's a huge compliment. I
it's
feel
just
like I know of him, but I don't know his. Yeah.
yeah, your audio just cut out for a second.
Oh. How about now?
Yeah, yeah, you sound good
Oh,
now. I just
oh,
wanted
okay,
to
okay.
let you know since you were in the middle of a sentence that it cut out for a second.
Oh no, I'm familiar with him, but I feel like I've seen his face and I don't know his music really. But
Mm.
I'll have to listen.
Yeah, yeah, I am just obsessed with his music. It's on like 24/7. So,
Oh, good.
yeah.
So now your mom and your sister are obsessed too, I guess.
Yes.
Or
They really like him too, and they sometimes get annoyed, when it's on all the time. So
Wow, well, Ben Platt should be listening to this.
I hope so.
Wow, that's awesome. That's great.
Yeah. Um, yeah, so I feel like his lyrics always get to me. Like I either will be like singing along or just bawling my eyes out. Uh,
Jeez, okay.
it's either like he brings out, his music brings up all the emotions, and so I have a bunch of lines from his songs that I've written down and like posted everywhere on my walls.
Oh, wow, that's great. I feel that way about Neil Young, like early Neil Young songs, because
Yeah,
they're so, yeah, the writing and
yeah.
really beautiful. Yeah.
Well, I love that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, that was actually my final question for you. I would love to just keep talking to you. I've had the best time.
Me too. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed myself, and I feel like we have a lot in common. Well, I'll have
Yeah,
to. I'll give you. Well, we'll get each other's email and stuff, and
yeah. I would
I'll
love
get your photos.
that.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Have a, have a good rest of your day.
You too. And that's a wrap on today's edition of the latest with Maya.